as far as the show goes,
were y'all happy with the strong fan reaction to season 1?
Please.
Oh yeah. Very happy, and able to participate more in this whole new social media medium, or whatever you want to call it, to see the reaction, and I traveled around the world this year on my hiatus, and everywhere I went there was fans of Scorpion, and they genuinely love the characters, and
yeah, they are.
It's so nice to know that they really do care about them, and it's fun. Really proud of the show. Really proud to be on it. Feel good about it.
I think that the fan reaction has been amazing. I mean, the people who are, our fans are really avid fans. I think they really do love these characters, and I think that they're very, they're extremely loyal, and they care a lot about it, and they care about it like as much as we care about it, and we hear them when they talk. We sort of like, sometimes we can't give them what they want when they want it, but we'll give it to you at some point. But I think the fan reaction has been absolutely overwhelmingly great, and we have such great reverence for that.
Now, do you feed off that? I know a lot of shows, a lot of producers, EPs, writers are saying social media is a blessing and a curse, because there's so much of the, there's the how do you say it? I don't want to say slash, but there's a lot of the pairing off. There's recommendations and comments. Oh, can this character do this? Can this
There's certainly plenty of that, and you just, it's hard. That is one thing where you're just like, you want to divulge what's actually going to happen, but you can't. And I feel that that's sort of the line that you have to draw as a producer of the show, is to just say, you know what, we're going. It's like when somebody nails it, when they're right, then they get favorited. Yeah. But when they don't, it's like you just simply, you can't give up what's happening, because, there are so many amazing fans who really do want to communicate with us, and I know that you get so much, so much interaction. But yeah, we just can't divulge. It's like you want to, because you feel like somebody's asking you a question, who's sitting right in front of you, who's texting you, and you're like, I can't. Sorry. I apologize. That's it does suck.
And as from the actor's point of view, you can't be influenced when you're approaching the role by what you think the fans want to see. I don't like to do that, even though it's kind of around there. But I like to approach it from what I would like to see if I were, you know what I mean? So it's kind of a weird way, but I try not to pay, I look at some of the suggestions or things I hear, and whatever. But I just try to stay true to what they put down on the paper. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, do you?
Oh my gosh, this one I was here last year, and I was here many years ago with another film, when it was much smaller, but still a big event. And then I've traveled around and done some cons around the country, and it's interesting. You got specific cons you can go to, like I can do True Blood cons, Sons of Anarchy, or whatever like that, horror stuff. But I think Scorpion's going to be a new kind of infusion into that world, because we're a pretty unique show. And I'm not really sure where we fit. We're not science fiction. We're not, you know what I mean? We're pretty unique, which is limitless to us, what we can do.
That's true. It opens.
We can do anything we frickin' want to do.
That's true. And what do you want to? If you could, what would you? Well, without, so you can't spoil anything, but what would you want to do?
Well, what would you want to do?
Well, I don't know if I really have any hypotheticals about what would I really want to do, but specifically, but shit. The sky's the limit. I'll jump out of an airplane.
There you go.
Right away.
Episode 2.
I want to run down a train while it's moving.
Episode 7. Done. What do you want to do?
Maybe orbit the moon.
There you go.
Space.
Right here. In this. There you are. You're in this. Done. Check.
So we've heard there's going to be a new boss on Scorpion
Yes.
next season.
That's right.
So,
What would that boss be of?
well, I guess
really?
the Scorpion crew.
Oh, wow. I don't know where you didn't hear from
We didn't tell him yet.
So are you hoping Cabe can weasel his way back in and start working with the gang again?
I would say Cabe needs to carry a gun.
Yeah.
Cabe's got to have some government oomph behind him to really be effective. So I'm hoping Cabe does figure out a way to get back in some sort of government agency.
I don't know what's going to happen.
It might not happen.
I don't know.
It's teetering.
We're very excited to have
I think
Alana
the odds
De La
are in
Garza.
your favor.
Yeah, I have a feeling it might, but I don't.
Yeah.
But we're very excited to have
Don't tell
Alana.
anyone.
Yeah.
Really,
Yeah, don't tell anyone.
I'll cut,
He's
I'll
on.
cut this part out of the video.
on.
Dave's got to have a little backing.
Yes.
You got to have resources. You got to have assets.
Yes. And Alana De La Garza is coming in as a new Homeland Security chief, and we're very, very excited to have
That'll be
her.
cool.
Yes. And she is amazing. And
She's wonderful.
she's great. And I worked with her on Law and Order years and years ago, and she's a phenomenal actress. And I think she's going to fit in just perfectly with this.
Photographs.
Does okay. She's okay. Easy on the.
We're in front of a camera.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I've never seen angles like that.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Well, do you like that? Do you like the idea? You have your basic cast, you know, and we love them. But is it good to kind of bring in new blood sometimes and kind of mix it up that way?
Absolutely. And I think this is what a season 2 can do for you. You know, when you have this, and we have a lot of episodes coming up, and there's a lot. It just sort of irises out to a degree, and then we get to sort of bring in other influences and see how these guys, who we now know, we've seen them in situations, how they react to these new energies that are coming in.
Some positive, some not so positive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And some positive for some, and some positive not so for others.
Exactly.
So it just sort of disrupts that, that groove.
Excellent.
Locations, all over LA. We're all over LA. Well,
Okay. Thank you guys.
We're gonna go to
LA, Cuba,
Oh my gosh.
Russia.
Thank you.